Hi everybody and welcome. We're making a South Indian style chicken biryani today, and we're using an Instapot or an electric pressure cooker. And we're starting with 2.5 pounds of cage-free chicken legs. I have chopped them up into small bite-sized pieces, rinsed them a couple times and drained the water. Here I have 4 cups of basmati rice. Now we're going to start soaking our rice in a few minutes. So you want to rinse this and soak it in water, and we'll do that midway through the cooking process for the chicken. Here I have 2 medium-sized white onions that I've sliced and 3 to 4 small tomatoes that I've also sliced into pieces this size. So roughly the quantity of onions is half the weight of the rice, and the quantity of tomatoes is 1/3 the weight of the rice. A half a teaspoon of turmeric and a half a teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. I have some clarified butter or ghee, about 2 to 3 tablespoons here. A half a tablespoon of lemon juice. About a half a cup of yogurt, homemade thick yogurt. You can find the recipe in the description. It's very easy to make. I have about 4 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, so about 1 tablespoon per cup of rice. And these are the whole spices we're using for the biryani. I have some cloves, green cardamom, 2 small cinnamon sticks, about 3 star anise, and a few dried bay leaves, small bunch of cilantro, a big bunch of mint leaves. We'll be stripping these off the leaves and using just the leaves. And I have a few green Thai chilies here. So a biryani, as you can tell from all the ingredients, is a flavorful rice and meat dish cooked all together with these spices, and it's one of the most famous dishes in India. It used to be the food of Mughals and royalty in India thousands of years ago. So we're going to start with cooking our chicken, and for that I have a wok that I'm heating on the stove, to which I'm going to add the clarified butter. So get that heated nicely. You want to melt it before you add anything else. Into it go the whole spices. You want to do this on low flame, or spices can burn and they splutter and pop if the oil is too hot or the ghee is too hot. So once that's done, we're going to start sauteing our onions. So you want to break up your sliced onions nicely. And to quicken the sauteing process, just add a pinch of salt. So that also flavors your onions and brings out the water, causing it to brown quicker. So we're looking for a nice golden brown with our onions. As the onions brown, nice and browned, I've charred them really well to lend some color to the biryani. We're going to add the ginger garlic paste and continue frying it. You can add a little oil at this point if you don't have enough. You want to get this frying for about 2 minutes on low flame so it doesn't burn and so it doesn't taste raw. So once the ginger garlic paste is about half cooked, we're going to add our tomato and the red chili powder. We're going to cook this down. We want the tomato nice and mashed and well cooked down. So once the tomato is cooked down, we're now going to add the green chilies. I've slipped them, the turmeric powder, and the chicken. And we're going to add a small bunch of mint leaves with the chicken. And season the chicken with some salt. Give it a good stir. You want to coat the chicken pieces with all of the masala. And you can cook this covered initially, and once the chicken is almost cooked, uncover it and continue cooking. So we're looking for a thick chicken masala base for the biryani. So at this point you can start washing, rinsing your rice and soaking it. So our chicken is cooked, and I took off the lid after it was cooked, and I reduced it to this consistency, which is slightly thick. Now to this we're going to add our lemon juice, the yogurt. I've beaten up the yogurt. You want to break up any big lumps. The rest of the chopped mint leaves and cilantro. Stir it. So the stove is still on, it's on low. Make sure you stir everything. Taste for salt. You need to have a balance of spice, salt, and sourness, which I do right here. So now what we're going to do is transfer all of this into our Instapot bowl that I have here, along with the rice. So I'm just gonna now I'm going to add, I don't want to waste what's in the pots. I'm going to add 6 cups of water, which is the water required to cook the rice. So I'm adding 1.5 cups per cup of rice. So for 4 cups of rice, about 6 cups of water. Again, this is basmati rice that I've soaked for about 20 minutes or so. It depends on what kind of basmati. You know your rice well, so add sufficient water. Add that in. I have my soaking rice here. I'm going to drain the water off of the rice and add it in the pot along with the chicken. Draining the water. And I'm adding the remainder of the rice. Now once you add the rice, you want to taste the water again and add sufficient salt, because all of the salt that you add at this point should be sufficient for the rice. The chicken is already salted, so the water should taste salty. It requires more salt. I'm gonna add all of that in. Add any lemon juice that you require. So taste for a good balance. of salt, lemon, and spice, and then we add this into our Instapot and start cooking. Our biryani is ready. You want to wait for the steam to release completely before picking it up. And I typically empty it into a nice big basin for it to cool off. And that prevents the rice from clumping up. Give your biryani some time so that the rice is separate, and then we can serve. After the biryani has cooled off, you just want to gently break it up if it has any more clumps and serve it. You can top it off with some clarified butter. Some mint leaves. Delicious South Indian style chicken biryani in an Instapot. Enjoy.